Coming up today, we're harvesting and we're freezing some kale.
Sponsored in part by OurDailySalt.com. Handcrafted kitchen accessories and tools. Crafted by Chef Felicia Wild for the home cook or the professional chef. Made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. Shipping United States and international. Visit OurDailySalt.com.
Welcome to Canning What You Grow. I'm Holly Baird. Today we are freezing kale. This kale we actually got from our garden, but if you can get kale from anywhere, then it's pretty easy to freeze. It's pretty much the same practice for any sort of green like this, collard green, spinach, turnip greens, what have you. So we've harvested our kale now. We're getting ready to go ahead and freeze it. So when you're ready to freeze it, what you want to do is you want to make sure you inspect the leaves, get them wiped down, and then make sure there's no insects or little bugs from the garden. And then it's pretty simple. You just want to remove the leaves from the thicker portion of the stalk. Once you get up to the thinner portion, that's okay. So some people have success just going like this and pulling it straight back. If it's a bigger stalk like that, that may not work as well for you. And then at that point you can either chop it to your desired length or size, or you can just, depending on what you're going to use it for, I'm probably just going to use mine in smoothies, so I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm going to put it in the blender anyway, or the food processor. So what you're going to do is you're going to do that to all of your kale, and then you want to make sure that you don't use this light colored, discolored stuff. It's not good for freezing. It's not very hardy for freezing. So just go ahead and toss that in your compost pile or find another use for it. I'm going to get these finished here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get to the stove so I can start the other process. Blanching is really simple. Many people don't realize necessarily what blanching is, but I'll show you. What you do is you take your vegetables, and some people call this parboiling. So what you do is you simply just take your vegetables, you're going to put them in boiling water. Then each vegetable usually has a time for how long it should be blanched for or parboiled for. In this case, these greens here, these kale greens, are 2 minutes. So once you're done with them in the water for the 2 minutes, then you're simply just going to go ahead and you're going to put them into an ice bath to stop the cooking process. So that's simply what blanching is. Okay, so when you're blanching kale, you only want to blanch it for 2 minutes. And you don't want to over blanch it or overcook it, whatever you want to call it, because then that's going to make for some not so good greens. So what you do is you just simply add them to your pot, push them down into the water. You can cover them, you don't have to. And then you just watch the time, and then once your 2 minutes is up, then you just go ahead and throw them into the ice water. So let's get that done here. Okay, so our 2 minutes is up, so you just go ahead and you scoop your greens out and you put them into your ice water bath. It's pretty simple. This will stop the cooking process, and it will do the part of the blanching. And at this point, once you get a substantial amount, you want to go ahead and you want to put them into Ziploc bags, zip top bags, freezer bags. You can even use some of those vacuum seal bags. If you don't have that vacuum seal, that's okay too. The zip top bags work just fine. You just want to make sure you buy the freezer kind to ensure that you have prevent yourself from getting freezer burned greens. And they store in the regular zip top bags for 9 months, and the other bags, the freezer vacuum bags, for a year. They're not going to go bad necessarily. They're just not going to taste as good. So I'm going to get some more of these done, and I'll get them bagged up here. Okay, so now we're going to bag it up. It's pretty straightforward. You just want to get it into your bag. And I'm just going to do basically what I think is kind of a serving size at a time, or a couple servings. And then I have this stuff sitting here, so I'm just going to go ahead, transfer it over, finish the process, get the air pushed out of this as much as possible, get it labeled, and then you want to go ahead and get it into the freezer as soon as you get that done. Thank you for watching. I'm Holly Baird, and this has been Canning What You Grow. For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.